Hey everyone, DW Squizzy here, and welcome back to Civ 3 World War II. Alright, before we actually get started, I want to make sure... Alright, looks like we have air superiority still. Alright, let's jump on our Lancasters then and just get this show on the road. Yeah, we gotta extra target this guy because he's on a mountain. Which means we can't really attack him with our ground units effectively. Alright. Go ahead and use these guys first. That was kind of useless. That was all of them, right? Yeah. It's hard to find good help these days. That's what I wanted. I guess he is in a forest, but that guy was on a hill and we just dealt 4 to him, so what the heck. One more. Good enough. Alright, so we have 2 pretty giant stacks here. And we're just gonna have to take the time to wipe them out again. Now, if I remember right, by my calculations, this should be like the second to last stack he could theoretically put together with his T-34 numbers. I'm pretty sure he has like 70 or 80 or something like that, and there's between 30 and 40 here. I could just take the time to count it, but I won't. So, that's like, if not the majority, the close to it is right here, and if we can wipe all of these guys out, assume, you know, depending on how spread out his tanks are, that'll be it for these waves. And the moment we're through dealing with these, I can start making progress on Germany again. And I think we're cutting into Russia's bottom line by all of our attacks across their empire. We've been making advances in like 6 different spots, just taking city after city from them. And they're not really trying to hold us back. They're just coming for us here in Europe, which is a terrible, terrible decision. Because this is where I'm fighting most heavily. This is where the Germans are. Of all the places you could attack, you think you would choose the one that is not filled with Lancasters and tanks. Like Siberia. I've only got a couple guys over there. I wonder why the Germans would move their units onto the mountains. That seems like a bad call. Well, it's funny to me when I'm researching some of these cities and stuff. Like when I name an episode after a city that I don't know very well, to make sure I get any spelling or anything right, I'll generally look it up again, just because I don't want to dig through my recording to find it. And I find that a lot of them change names. Torino, for example, is not called Torino anymore, apparently, or at least that's how it's pronounced in Italian or something like that. That's what the Italian translation looks like. How are we doing so many 1 points of damage? It's super annoying. But that's not how it's spelled in English, or something weird like that. Basically, if you look up that name, Google pulls up a different city, but it's the same city. At least it got me a result. Unlike trying to find anything on Kiesel Robot, which thanks to a helpful commenter I've learned, is actually just like a border pass in a particular area of, I believe it's Tazikchan or something like that. Kazakhchan. All those names are weird and sound similar, but it's an Afghanistanian pass. It's not really a city, which I think I've said the episode after I learned that. But if you look up the exact name that's put on it in this game, which I'm assuming is what it was called at the time at least, of World War II, you'd get 0 results. Nothing. And because it's just a border pass, if you zoom in on that part of the map in the real world, like, your results are going to be mixed. I'm assuming it's not that difficult to find if you devote some real time to it. But I was lazy and had other things to do, so I didn't devote much real time to it. Yeah, names of places. Very weird. Okay, they're down to 4 hit points, so things are at least within the threat range. Given how many leftover Lancasters I had last turn, that was after some not very good bombing runs, we should have enough to get both of these stacks in their entirety. Maybe that 2 stack on the mountain, just so it's 2 less I have to kill next turn. And then if I have some guys left over, we'll kill those German infantry too. The Germans don't get to move forward, because I don't want them to. I might also bomb out that bomber, or the fighter that's in Stuttgart. I'm assuming there's more than one there. But Germany has limited bombers at this point, so destroying them where we find them is pretty helpful. Still wonder what that one T-34 moving across those mountains was trying to do. Is he going to attack Innsbruck? I guess it makes sense. It's like the only city on the front that is not very well defended, but it's because it's, you know, in the middle of the Alps, so you can't touch it. How many more 3 hit pointers are we looking at? A handful. When you bomb Russian tanks, you just sort of resign yourself to this. So as far as heavily defended Russian cities go, I believe it's Odessa and Kiev both have, I think, 1 fortress in them, which is annoying, but nothing we can't handle. Sevastopol has 4, I think, and I believe Stalingrad and Leningrad each have 3, and I don't know how many Moscow has, but I think it's a handful of them, and assuming the computer didn't disband their own fortresses up there, which I have seen them do before, stupidly, because like I think I pointed it out before, they have fortresses. I think they might have one at Tula as well, and they're spread across all of these, with like a fortress or 2, and then a couple special fortresses underneath them all. And then Moscow itself has some. My dad played this module months ago. He was Germany, and when he got to Russia's front doorstep here, they had not fought anyone who breached their lines. Like, they took out Communist China. They did that, and then I think they went to war with Persia, or with Turkey, but maybe not. Nothing was actually a threat. Definitely nothing got up here. He got here, they had 2 fortresses. One like here, and one right here. Whoopsie. Here. And then I think the ones that were in Moscow. All the rest were gone. Which tells me he was disbanding them. The computer was. Probably because of a unit population cap. But I don't know why it would get rid of fortresses first. pretty sure he still had Soviet garrisons. So it's very possible that happens, and if it does, it's whatever. I prefer to have to breach the lines, I really do, because it's fun to overcome those kinds of obstacles. But assuming all of those are in place, there's a couple dozen fortresses up there, probably. The biggest real stronghold they usually have is either Leningrad, because of its AA, which will shoot everything down, and Sevastopol, because of its location and the fact that it has 4 fortresses in there, and usually part of a fleet. As far as the other cities with that AA, I know Scapa Flow has it. I think there's one Canadian or American city that does, but I'm not sure. I've never played a nation that actually got that far. So it's possible there are others with that defense. Oh, did I already use all the bombers from Dusseldorf? Yeah, looks like it. I hope I got enough to wipe them out. If not, they can't really escape. They can get onto the mountain, but they won't get away. Although it'll be annoying to kill them on that. Yeah, what's it like to not control the skies, Germany? Figure I might as well try to shave a couple off. Just to make it easier on my bombers. Alright, before we go back to them, I have a couple artillery here I might as well fire. It's close to nothing, but it's a little extra damage. They actually both did pretty good. I may not have enough Lancasters. These stacks are bigger than the army that came in last turn. This is probably their biggest offensive yet, aside from the overwhelming numbers of Soviet tank divisions that have shown up in the past, which I am very glad we shattered the backbone of that army, because those were terrifying. T-34s are stronger, but there's just not as many of them. But when 200 Soviet tank divisions come knocking at your door at once, there is not much you can do. Aside from bomb out roads, and then pray that your bombing runs go well. That's our 2 large stacks. Both of them are out. You know what? You move with them. Just to make sure that a PE-8 or something doesn't swoop in and kill them, because I don't know if it can or not, but they do not have any defense. And the computer will cheat our location and bomb us. Wow, well done. Yeah, I have counterattack capable units down here, so even if I just get a handful of them down to 1, we can handle those. Wow, man, these guys are doing awesome. These Verdun bombers. They've seen some action. Most of them. It's hard to complain about ones when you get a 4 hit point and then 3 hit points in a row. 4 hit points. Like, those are good bombing runs. Those are what I expected more than anything else. Cool. Man, these things suck at bombing. I should probably rest the wounded ones. I'm not even paying attention to who's wounded and who isn't. Just to give you an idea of what kind of fighters you're up against, Germany. It's this many. Yeah, I figure they're not going to hit this stack too often. But I have the fighters here. We may as well try to knock some numbers down. If they're all down to 2, we'll focus on those infantry instead. Go up here. Man, I have a lot of these things. You never know how many German fighters you're going to have to actually engage. Cool. This gives me confidence, though. This many Spitfires in one location. That's awesome. We love to see that. Wow, they can't fly over from there? I could start shipping fighters over, but apparently not that close. Okay. Go with the Spitfires first. Okay, they can focus on Okhotsk after our army actually gets there. I cannot trust the rest of my planes to actually deal with this issue. So, we are going to make sure we can take this city this turn. At least as much as we're able to. Because there's like, what, 2 T-34s and a KV-1, and 3 cities worth of Lancasters failed to eradicate them last turn? Okay. It's just those guys. So now I know what's in there. We should be able to handle it. Everything else, just focus on Okhotsk. The city is reasonably large. They're also all connected by the roads, which doesn't help out the Russians anymore because, you know, I've taken where their roads were connected. But if this road runs all the way over to Yakutsk, that makes my life so much easier. Yeah, that figures. Okay, none of you are moving. Blackburns can be helpful there. Cool. Valentine, take this thing. Naturally, there's artillery. Seems strange to waste it defending the city. Alright. I'm actually going to move them all in there. Take chances with a KV-1. Okay, I do have Lancasters there. Oh, dang it, he's got a yak. I should have known that. Alright, well, we're gonna wipe out that at least. Yeah, that city's done. Do I have a Blenheim? Guess we're just gonna have to take the fighter. Yeah. Nothing I can really do to get around it. Hopefully it's the only one. I feel like 2 hit points on unfortified infantry, even in a forest. Should not be able to survive a Lancaster, but okay. Alright, taking this city is going to be huge, because it'll cut off the roads to any other Siberian cities they've connected. Cool. Let's see if we can take out that T-34 now before it rushes off to the front. Well, to the eastern front. It's on the front. It just won't fight here. They've built a road north, too. Wonder if they've connected either of those. If I were Russia, I would. That'd be my first order of business, playing them. Everything's producing workers, much like I did for Britain, and then we're connecting every city. Which will take a while, because there's a lot of ones out in Siberia. Many of them not very useful, but quite a few of them can actually produce some stuff. Because most of Russia's units are pretty cheap. Especially early on, you can pump out so many motorized rifles and Soviet tanks. And to be honest, you don't need much more than that. Like, you just overwhelm your enemy with those. You know, no matter what defensive numbers they have, if you have 100 Soviet tank divisions and you can bring out 100 more in 3 turns, what's an enemy gonna do? Unless they're taking cities from you, which is really the risk. It's the risk of going to war with Germany. They do have a big military, and they'll throw the whole thing at you because the Allies won't press any sort of advantage. Excellent. Yeah, we're not gonna bomb anything else. Well, I guess we could take him out. Other stuff, though, has fighters that I really don't want to toy around with yet, because I don't want to lose Lancasters unnecessarily. Wow. There you go. Also, let's bomb that city up there. This one. See if I can take out its last citizen so he can't draft someone. That works. Alright, well I am loath to do this, but I think it's alright for the moment. There. Condo, right. Oh. Cool. You guys are connecting up. Well, isn't that neat? Do I have a Blenheim? Yeah. Give me some sight lines. Now, I cleared out the fighters from this city, right? So, yeah, he'll build more. I just gotta destroy them before they actually get in the air. Where's that German Marine that showed up? Out here. We'll kill him too. Assuming I have the bombers for it over here. Come on, I want to destroy that thing so it doesn't bombard whoever attacks the city. And it's going to hide under any more units that he puts in there, which he's going to do. Cool. Just try to kill you. So this guy's just been running around Russian territory for a very long time. Fighters can't really reach from here, can they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No. They could certainly try. But yeah, I don't think there's any point in sending units north there until we've closed off some other sections. Okay. I don't need to bomb anything else yet. All of you can stay here for now. Okay. So first, we're going to use our Spitfires. Nothing, no bombers. Cool. See if you can wound him down without using any Lancasters. The way he's moved his T-34s, they're not as threatening as they could be. 4. Okay, that's all of them. Okay, we'll have the Gurkha take it. Cool. Now bomb the city into the dirt. Really? You couldn't just destroy it? You're gonna make me waste another one? Yeah, don't hit the T-34. Just hurt the people that live there. That's what I want you to do. Alright. Crusader. Kill something. Got no artillery in here. It's a little ridiculous, but okay. Oh, of course there's one more. That's exactly what I was afraid of. And that's just typical, isn't it? And it leveled up. You know, I felt like... Why do I have a regular Lancaster? How did I get a regular Lancaster? Oh, it must have been that Indian city that got its airport destroyed through Russian bombing. Must have built a Lancaster when I didn't realize. Well, I can't even trust you guys to kill a one-hit point unit, so we're doing that. Okay, well now it's not a special fortress, so... You. Kill. Please, just one hit point on it. There. I still don't own that road, because why would I? Yeah, till I can take these. Okay. So that was all those Lancasters. My guys can finish them. Okay. Should have stuck with the axe. on, taking this Turkish city would help us a lot. Does he have wounded T-34s in here? I don't think he does. Okay, this is a really rough attacking spot. They're on a hill, across a river, fortified. Even with a low defense, I feel like that shouldn't happen, but... What the... Okay, I guess we're in the auto-move phase. That seems a little random. At least I have another convoy coming over to Europe. That makes me happy. Love getting those convoys. Alright, we may be able to take another Russian city. If we can, that gets us into Turkey as well. From there, we can sort of prosecute taking over the rest of that area, taking that colony from them. Which would be just amazing. Because the Russians have turned Turkey into actual production alarmingly fast. So robbing them of that would be helpful. Okay. No, I'm not done with what I was doing, game. Thank you. Yes. Wow, this is not a great spot. Oh my goodness, he can just directly attack us right there. Okay, we're on a mountain or a hill, and my guys can fortify, but that's not great. Alright, all Spitfires, and there's only 2 Blackburns here. They'll join up with the others. You too. Okay. Now we don't need to take that. You guys can continue on to Istanbul. Mechanically air bombers. Well, don't do that. Try to wipe out what remains of these. I guess I could have left my fleet here and they could help bombard these guys. I didn't even think about that. Whatever. Too far gone now. These bombardments are just about done. Now, since I destroyed the Paris Commune, which I think was the only Russian battleship in Sevastopol, they probably, even with their superior numbers, because they have so many subs, do not have the guts to attack our fleet. But if they try to get out around it, now we'll know and we can just destroy them as they come out. They could have lost a decent bit of it fighting with the Turks as well. Turkey had at least a battle cruiser, which is pretty significant, kind of like Spain did at the start. It could have destroyed some of their stuff too. Only ships I saw come out of it though were the Paris Commune and that heavy cruiser that we, blew to Kingdom Come, so I don't think we have too much to worry about from the Russian Navy. Not there, at least. They do have 20 transports somewhere. I'm hoping those are all in Leningrad. Or the Sweden area. That's the Baltic Sea, right? Yeah. up in the Baltic, because if they're there, they can't do anything, and we'll destroy them all before we take out Gibraltar. I like how no matter who owns it, Gibraltar is still one of the most important cities on the map. I can leave that there, just so Germany is a thorn in the side of Russia until the bitter end. Okay, this is their last 2 hit pointer. With this, we should now be able to at least destroy them with ground units if we run out of planes. Alright. I'm assuming that's pretty much everything. That's almost all my bombers. Just to be mean, maybe we can kill him. Ha! Where do I want more British infantry? I guess over here. We have real fighting going on over here, unlike most of the other spots. Stalingrad is really... I mean, it's right up in their major cities, so... they have people all over it. Alright, I think that's enough workers up there. This is 5 legit workers. Okay, you guys actually come over here. Because I'll probably need you to be laying down roads somewhere. But I'm not in any dire hurry right now. Cool, we can get Krastovodsk and Samarkand linked up. Go over here. I need as many men as I can get in Turkey. Oh, right, that exists. I totally forgot about that thing. Here's what we're gonna do. Kill that. And since you were more than 2 spaces away from anything, sucker, you're just gonna stay there. Yeah, I figured that'd happen. We're gonna reinforce this city with everything we got. Ah. He's not too away from that Crusader. Well, dang it. So be it. Oh, hello, paratrooper. Alright, that's a big ol' city in terms of, territory. So that's ours now. You've got some important work to do. Because these guys are on the verge of something important. Yeah, go ahead. Let's get this road finished. Cool. Because of how isolated this city is, we're not really in any worry of counterattack. Can they still... Okay, so they can go through here. So I'm going to use this Valentine to block off. That way they can't take advantage of my roads anymore. Okay, British commandos head this way. Yeah, that's connected, alright. Okay, those guys can head down there. Take one Matilda and put you here. The rest of you guys head north with them. And depending on how bombings go next turn, I might just be able to surge a Gurkha forward and seize that city. I know they have a heavy artillery. I need to bear that in mind. Unless I could have moved them there instead of this hill. Maybe there was something funky going on with their movement. Who knows? Oh yeah, 6 new Anzacs. Honestly, go over here. Pretty low on infantry in that area. That stupid Chinese guy. You just shaved an entire... or added an extra turn to my movement. Can I cut them off yet? What does our treaty look like? 15. Maybe it's... has it been going for 15 turns? Or did we just reestablish it when I wasn't thinking? Probably that one. Alright, well I'm just gonna go secure another source of dyes. Because why not? Come up there, we'll find something for you. The Germans have been pretty on top of improving spaces. I have to really search for something to do around here. Not when it comes to France. They didn't do much with France's territory. Just make sure he doesn't die out there. Oh yeah, I have a Cromwell. That's a really smooth animation. Ooh, 9 hit points too. And 1,000 times better than a Crusader. Oh, this is the new one we just dropped off. Okay, I'm not short on Matildas out here, am I? No, not really. This group's fine. Let's go out this way. Okay, I don't think I really need you here anymore. What can that KV-1 can't do much aside from attack Damascus, and it's injured. I think it's gonna run, and we can catch it. Thing is, I can't get over there. You know, I mean, get a move on, but that really complicates things. I should have remembered that and destroyed it. Depending on what happens, I could use my fleet to bombard it too. I need to keep that in mind when I do end this turn. Okay, what do we have here? Not much. Also, not a whole lot. send another South Africa infantry over. More Yugoslavian units. What are you guys doing? Okay, we'll get that next turn. We now own this, which is great news. These cities aren't really under threat now. Frankly, neither's this one. Let's send up the Anzacs and Gurkhas. Okay, so he bombed us around here somewhere. I have a flak, right, but it's in here. I can go ahead and move it up. Well, it's gonna be forever till it gets somewhere. Do I have some flak in Paris as well? Yeah. And in Verdun. Neither of those places are under threat, but some of these ones on the front are, so you guys move forward. I should have been doing this a while ago, but I figured there's no bombers. I don't really have to waste my time. Apparently I do. Alright, so we crunched the infantry. And because there's so few of them left, our tanks should have time to heal up. We destroyed the Russian tanks that were invading. Made zero progress against Germany, though, aside from killing a couple units. But they're down to 37 T-34, so yeah, this turn hurt them bad. They're probably going to build up another stack here, but it'll only be the equivalent of, like, one of those, and maybe we can take Stuttgart with that sort of an advantage. Especially because my heavy artillery will also be here to help us out. Oh, yeah, before I forget, let's make sure we kill these guys. And they don't make that easy. Okay, I'm going to leave the others there for now. That's a lot of guys. I should keep them in mind. First you move down to Nuremberg so you can take part in the attack when we get ready to actually attack. Alright, that just about everything? They may take Adana back. That's very possible. This was sort of a risky play. I don't know what all he has around here, but I see that T-34. Now, it is on a hill. We're not getting any defensive bonus from the city because it's on a hill. And there are resistors. There we are. And they're going to plunge it into disorder, so yeah, no benefits at all for the time being. But we have fortified Matildas on a hill, so that it's not going to be easy to dislodge us, and if all he has is some regular T-34s around here, just like a couple of them, we should be able to hold out. Now, there are 2 Matildas, so I think we can survive. We took this city, which is huge. That puts us right on the border of Stalingrad. But this might have been kind of overreaching a little bit. Might have been a little more than I could handle at the moment. Regardless, we're here now. I can't exactly go back. Here, take this Matilda. This Gurkha. You guys can both head out that way. Ah, that stupid French paratrooper. This is the last time I ever play a game and give rites of passage to anyone. Unless I have to. If I'm Germany, right at the start of the game, I'm getting a rite of passage with Norway just so they don't kick my mines out and they don't destroy my submarines that are out here, but other than that, yeah, screw everyone. I'm not signing these rites of passage if this is how they're going to treat us. You also want to be careful when you go to war with Norway because of this city. The Finns will take it before you can, and it's not a big deal. You know, it's out there in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. Even when you connect it, it can't really do anything. But it's a city, and the Finns will take it. I've seen them take this thing and this thing before, and then they pushed all the way out to here and took that as well. And they almost took a couple of these cities before they were stopped. The Finns are nasty sometimes. And I'm still surprised we haven't seen a single Finnish unit anywhere. Like, they actually have enemies to go attack. Which is all of us. And they haven't sent a single guy out. And then you have 170 Finland infantry, my goodness. And then you have Yugoslavia with their 3 cities and no enemies, having units marching around Asia for some reason. Like, what in the world are you guys doing? And Norway. Speaking of, get out. I hate that. You can stay there for now. Alright, well, yeah, I think that's about everything for this turn. Let's jump over to the next one. Flak somewhere? Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right, they can get them. Nah, don't go there. Go over here. Alright, yeah, let's cross over. There's a lot of health on that Russian infantry. He's been through some stuff. Oh, really? I went through all the work to build this road for the Persians, and they put a man with a radar tower right in the middle of the road. Or no, that road wasn't even me. I'm only going to use it this once, so what's it matter anyway? Yeah, I haven't seen the Americans doing anything since Japan. It's like they just stopped landing. Which is a little frustrating, because I want them to keep landing. Impressively, Greece has still survived. I guess Russia's too focused on launching their T-34s at me. Why did France just drop a Marine in Australia? What do you gain from that? Okay. Oh. That might be going for Ireland. I don't like that at all. Ha! Okay, that's definitely not coming from the city that we've beaten down. Now let's see what they send out. Okay, sorry I was being silent. I was counting up T-34s. I count 21 on screen right now. There were 22, but the French just destroyed one. And they attacked my Matilda with a paratrooper. That's pretty gutsy of them. Their workers are fleeing. Smart move. Okay, so if we try to destroy every T-34 that we see, anywhere, that'll knock him down to like a dozen. Probably newly built ones. Probably, like... And he's likely just built some more than that this very turn, but his numbers are really, really down. And we just keep taking stuff, like he's done. At least with this main offensive that he's been pushing. He certainly won't be able to mount an attack like that next to Italy again. I think this is his last turn of being able to do that. And then we'll be able to push the Germans again. Man, I can't wait. Because I've been sort of treading water out here for a while. He didn't launch any counterattack from Stalingrad, which makes me happy. Or Turkey. He didn't do it on Turkey either. It's sad not being able to build any mass transit systems out here. Building a lot of Lancasters. I'm starting to realize just how many cities every turn are producing more of them. And every like 4 turns we get this massive burst of them, where a bunch of cities finish their constructions all at once. It's hard to blame me, those things are awesome. I don't have much to say on the city management side of things, because really there isn't much to say. I mean, it's pretty simple, isn't it? Just... everyone pretty much knows my, my progression path, I think, on what I build and when I build it. and it's just doing that all over the place, so I really don't have much commentary to offer on that front. Every now and then we get a new city online, and that's exciting. And we'll get our last new units in just a couple turns. After that, everything is just going to go the same until we win. Boy, it'll be nice to have comets. Those guys just win. And because of the damage that we're dealing to our enemies, they'll never reach that sort of technology. I'll never have to confront the Joseph Stalins or any kind of King Tigers. I would not be surprised if I made it all the way out there to Finland, and they were waiting for me with, what do you call them? Those like 1943 Finnish tanks, which aren't even great, but they're alright. They're decent enough tanks. But they're so far out in the game. I feel like if there's anyone who can actually build anything like that anymore, or who will get to that research point that's not one of the allies, it's them. And they're about it. Okay. So we know he's out here now. We're not going to forget that this time. He's an elite, but he's got 1 hit point, so what's he going to do? They did not attack us here. They sent their wounded, or their low hit point T-34 at that guy, and he got smacked. I don't have to worry about making any advances on this front this turn, because we're not going to. I'm going to give my unit some time to rest, and time for my artillery to properly load into the army here. So my Lancasters are all going to focus on Ankara, if they can. What's the range on these things? Okay, they can't reach Ankara. Who knows, we might start softening up. I'll probably move them here, is what I'll do. And then my Spitfires will go there too. The ones I do have, they can hit this city. Probably won't take it this turn, though. These guys, I don't have many over here either. I need to get a road produced here, which I should probably... That's more than 6 away, isn't it? About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah. I can't get a worker, or 2 workers over there in 1 turn, unfortunately. I get close, but not quite. So, I'm going to try to get a road established there. We can at least use the Damascus road, so we're okay. These guys will go in. We'll try to hit the city, but I'm probably not going to be able to take anything. But we can definitely kill this KV-1. And then these guys can keep on moving on up towards Istanbul. So it looks to me... These guys are either... Yeah, they're going to Ireland. It's the only place that makes sense. And I figure that 1 tank that Germany has is right there. Let me go check with Russia again, so I can see how many new T-34s they've built. They were down to like 30-something. Okay, they built about a dozen. So they got like 2 dozen behind their lines, somewhere around there. Total now. Ones that have not yet made it to the front, or that have just newly been built. It's still going to be 2 turns before we can take that, because of the hostile terrain, but taking that gives us a lot of freer space to move around, and it'll let us grab that next turn. Or the turn after. Oh man, yeah, they don't want us to take this one. That sucks to be them, because we have a lot of Lancasters, and we're going to take it, and, you know, we got nothing else to bomb. Man, they got a T-34 out of there? Whatever, they won't be able to anymore. This road cuts off any of those guys. Taking this one cuts off anything he's connected up here. And this, which we still, it's going to be like 3 turns before we can reach it. So, yeah, that's pretty handy. And looking at the stacks he has here, decent sized, small sized, couple Germans. Yeah, we can finish them off, and then I think we should be able to move in and take Stuttgart, which the turn after will let us take Freiburg, and possibly even Strasbourg at the same time. And once we have all of those taken, then we can just focus completely on pushing them all the way back, taking every German city from here, connecting up with Turkey, and then just moving forward until we've got Moscow. But once we take Leningrad, Moscow, and Stalingrad, those are 3 of their biggest cities, and in the path of those are a bunch of their productive cities. If you take everything up to those points, they're basically done. They have a couple good ones back here, Especially this cluster here, these 3 cities. Those things produce like mad. These 2 are good. This one and a couple of them out here that we've already taken. The rest are just sort of moderate cities at best. But we take those, they're basically done. It's going to be a little while before we can do it. But since their army's been crunched, and once the Germans are out of the way, nothing will be able to stop us, because the Russians just won't have the fighter power to interfere with our Lancasters, and we'll be able to focus entirely on destroying everything they have. So yeah, things are looking up. Next turn, we should start making progress again. But that's going to be it for this one. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.